No. Oh, I can't let him take my soul. Nah, 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 no. See, we was cool right before he hit the fence, but he hit the fan when I got him down at the bench. But I took a break, I had to leave and go get cleansed. God forgive me for all my sins. I can't say these cause my last name ain't Kent. Cooking on the stove, that's the way he paid the rent. Working on the pole, that's the way she pays tuition. Better watch your soul, cause you know they trying to get it. Yeah, yeah. I learned my right from wrong on a song. I let my heart bleed on my sleeve through microphones. I'm trying to right my wrongs by writing out my wrongs. Ran through a check, cause it's hard to live off bread alone. So if you see me slipping, yeah, let me know. Cause it ain't the end of times yet, I know, but it's getting close. Yeah, I need my space to breathe, that's why I be going ghost. I ain't trying to stay up on that wide road, cause I can't let him take my soul. Nah, 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 no. Oh, I can't let him take my soul. Nah, 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 no. I can't let him take my soul. Nah, 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 no. Oh, I can't let him take my soul. Nah, 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 no. They thinking I'm bluffing, but I promise I do it. That K got a drum, like murder and booming. Sending you verse, if I get my little Uzi. They thinking I'm crazy, I'm gon' see you to hate this. People I'm saying ain't get what I'm painting. A picture big, I call it little baby. If I'm on the board, then we playing chess. If you on my way, you gon' need a vest. Act big, you might get stretched. All your gun talk, I ain't impressed. My 45 seen real traffic. That's Dallas, Texas. My little partner called a body for a Maserati. He told him get about the car, hit him
Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Y'all know who it is. Y'all know the voice. Y'all know the sound. James Booker Williams, DJ Exclusive is in the building. Good morning, everybody. Make sure that you stay tuned, like it or not. It's coming up next. Good morning, y'all.
I could probably let go, but I can't let him take my soul. Nah, 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 no. Oh, I can't let him take my soul. Nah, 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 no. I can't let him take my soul. Nah, 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 no. Oh, I can't let him take my soul. Nah, 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 no. I can't let him take my soul.
Don't got no heart, I got an icebox. Brand new roller, swipe at the G-Shock. Moving slowly, I know the street hype. No more double.
Shout out everybody that's tuning in so far this morning. Shout out to all our YouTube family, Facebook family, Twitter, Twitch. We're trying to find out what's going on. Looks like we may have gotten hacked. Of course. But make sure y'all stay tuned, man. We'll make sure that we're working on that fix for that. Like it or not, it's coming up next. Rebecca Azur is in the building. You don't want to miss it. Make sure you stay tuned. Good morning, everybody. Shout out to Anna Lou, Shoot the Dragon. Good morning. Jason Goodcraft, Ryan Foreman, Bluebird on my shoulder, Rachel Atwood, Mario Drake. Good morning. Boondocks Dragon, Tyler Hackner. What's going on? Andrew Dixon, Boondocks. Good morning, Boondocks Dragon. Creative Impact Productions. What's going on? Good morning. Roller Dragon, there you go. Good morning, Roller. Woody Minor, good morning. Oh, if you missed game night on Friday, you missed an awesome one. A lot of people got killed. A lot of trivia got answered. It was a fun time. Don't forget this Friday is our costume party. Woo! You don't want to miss it. Make sure that you have your tail there. Kelly Low Game, good morning. Dojo, good morning to you. B, good morning to you, B. Lily, good morning to you, Lily. Fatal Claw, good morning. Ism Onassis, welcome. Good morning. So, I got one for you. If honeybees make honey, what kind of bees make milk? If honeybees make honey, what kind of bees make milk? Boobies. Happy spooky season. Oh, y'all forgive me about the cough. I've been sick since Sunday. But I had to be here, man, to make sure that y'all are good.
It's almost ready, we've been craving this all week. Baby, you want it, I got it.
I don't know what the hell just happened. Everything just kind of went out on me like, okay. I just saw the spinning wheel of death and then it just came back. Cool. But anywho, what I was saying, please forgive me for the cough. I've been sick since Sunday, but I'm here. I had to bring y'all the music, the joy, and all that other good stuff. And these specialized dad jokes because my niece calls me Ankle, and I call her my niece. It is Sunday, and good morning to you. Mary C, good morning. Ryan Foreman, good morning. I appreciate you. Nicole Howell, good morning, Nicole. Rosie Bean, good morning. I actually took my cat's meds last night. Don't ask me how. Oh, that was terrible. Why you so salty? Still think about it. Okay, you can take my lamb out. I'll put on a tight show. You sure you can handle? We be faster than Django. So salty, I'll still think about it. We can take my lamb out. I'll put on a tight show. You sure we can take my Lambo? Okay, girl, let's go. Where we going? Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop. So salty. You sure you can handle? Okay. We can take my lamb out. I'll put on a tight show. You sure you can handle? We be faster than Django. Can't stop, can't stop, can't stop, can't stop, can't stop, can't stop. Leon, good morning to you. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop. Shoot the Dragon theme on Friday for Friday's patron party. Costume extravaganza. Y'all make sure that y'all wear your best costumes, man. You don't have to necessarily wear a costume to gain access, but wear your costume. Let's all be in costume. I'll be in mine. Make sure that you in yours too. Rebecca Azor is in the building, so you know what time it is. Let's get this thing started. Like it or not, it's about to go down.
Hey man, yeah, it's the summertime, right? Let's get it like it or not. Like it or not, it's going. Like it or not, it's going. Yeah. Like it or not, it's going. It's going. It's going. It's going. It's going. Like it or not, it's going. Like it or not, it's going. Like it or not, it's going. It's going. It's going. It's going. It's going down.
Rebecca Azor is in the house. She got a funny story to tell. Talking politics, culture, a real life is. I live in life in the ATL. Benjamin, yeah, that's my man. She's always coming up with the master plan. Politics, dreaming, trying to find the meaning of life. While the feds keeps us in stride.
I am your DJ exclusive. Y'all know who I am. I stay dropping them jams.
Good hope, dad jokes, culture, it's politics. What's here right now is the culmination of all of this. I started out with the mic in my hand, and I ended up with a plethora of fans. I love bringing joy to the people. It makes me feel great, makes me feel regal. I do what I do for you. Tuesday to Thursday, you know how we do. Let's go. Like it or not, it's going down. Like it or not, it's going down. Like it or not, it's going, it's going, it's going, it's going, it's going down.
Like it or not, it's going. Like it or not, it's going. Like it or not, it's going, it's going. Hey man, let's start this damn show.
Like It or Not with Benjamin Dixon starts now.
Good morning, people.
Good morning. Let me get my lighting together. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know the deal. Okay.
Your tripod in shot though.
Yes, I'm getting it together. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me get this out of the way. All right.
That's one way to do it.
Good morning. How are you guys this morning? Welcome to Like It or Not, where we're free to tell the truth.
Do not care who doesn't like it, child.
Listen, drugs.
I need some. I'm so sick, girl.
Oh Lord, did you get a cold? What's going on?
Oh no, I had a low-grade fever last night, so thankfully it cleared itself up today, so I'm good. But just the cough and the head swelling and just the pressure. No COVID. I took a COVID test, but I got to take another one today just to make sure it's not COVID.
Okay, it's giving a little bit of congestion for him.
See, don't do it. We can't see. We've been going good the whole year, 2 years, and we ain't passed nothing through these video transmission lines on Beyonce's good internet.
Okay, let me tell you. I've been sick. Like every time I leave out of here and go somewhere, I get super sick. I'm just I'm just compromised, child, since I was a little pain. Every time I go somewhere, I just come back like, I'm so sick. And everybody, my family members are always like, damn, Rebecca, every time it's you. And it's always me. But I always fight through it, child. Like I fight through it. So I want you to fight through it. Get some ginger tea if you can. This is at Kroger's. This is not an ad because this is what I really drink. We weren't told to say this, but this is Caribbean Dreams. 100% ginger root. They have unsweetened and sweetened, and it tends to help me a lot when I'm feeling sick. Caribbean people believe ginger is one of the things that fix everything. So yeah. So
my mama made me. She came by yesterday and made me some garlic tea, and I love you, Mama. I appreciate you.
Mama knew what's up because we have garlic tea as well.
Girl, I swear it made me feel worse. So that you watching that, but
you don't know though. You don't know. It maybe has to be about
Excuse me.
one to do 2 days or whatever the case may be. You just got to give it an opportunity, a chance. So
yeah. So and I worked yesterday, and I'm thinking about taking off today. But then also, excuse me, I'm supposed to be in Houston this weekend, and that they canceled my flight yesterday morning, and it's just like, okay, I can't get on the plane coughing like this, and then just if you saw how I looked yesterday, it looked like somebody hit me with a baseball bat.
Oh,
with the ugly stick.
Oh, well, you was ugly yesterday?
Child, I feel ugly today, but it's I'm here. It's
I'm
okay.
so sorry about that. You are not ugly, beautiful man. Now, but I understand what you feel like. I mean, I can't relate to feel like I'm hit with the ugly stick, but no. But I know. You know how when you sick, your bonnet is just like off, your edges is rolled up.
Yes.
Your 4 silly braids is there. You got you got your nose is dripping and it done crisped up on the side right here. You can't breathe out of the other nose. Your eyes is watery and then it just crusted up on one side, and you just you're blurry in the other one. You feel like the pressure is in your ear, so you really can't hear for real, but you're trying to hear. You got you got aches just coming up out of anywhere on your sides, your back, your shoulders. Then you feel like your lymph nodes are swollen. You don't know what's going on. You're going to check in the bathroom every 20 minutes, seeing if you got a sore throat or you don't. Now you think you're dying. Now you're like, is it because I did this and that, and that's why I'm sick? You don't know. Now you on Google, and Google told you were about to die in approximately 2 minutes.
Yeah. This is absolutely true facts, everybody. These are true facts. This is the process that somebody goes through. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And then sometimes it makes you feel like people who live alone, you just be sick, and you're like, wow, so nobody really wants to come help me, even though somebody has offered, and you're like, oh, I'm dying. No, and you just sit there and you
better speak on it.
You just go through the motion. So definitely, I know what you're going through. I pray that you get through this. You'll be fine, child. You will be fine. We do have a
I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. Ahem. There you go. Okay.
All right.
Not on my watch. I'm sorry.
Not on my watch. Let me stop playing with y'all. Good morning, everybody. How are you guys? Come on in. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We do have a early show, or it ain't early because we tapped in a little after hours, but we have about a few more minutes for you because our producer does have to leave on today, so we want to make sure he gets to where he is going. And I don't know what you got, Tiger, but we want to make sure where our producer gets where he's going, Josh. And good luck to you on your flight. Have a blessed flight, safe flight. But so we're going to be ending the show just a little bit early, but it's because we want to make sure we see our producer off to where he's going safely, okay, and on time. So we are going to cover just a few stories this morning. There are a few things on our radar. One of the things I wanted to touch on is White House. And the loans. We've been talking about the loans, and listen, child, them Republicans is in there. They like to tussle. They like to
tussle.
Okay. So
I fight back.
So which the White House is planning to do, because recently we just heard that it was blocked. The loan forgiveness was temporarily blocked. So the Biden administration on Monday rebuked a group of 6 states hoping to undo its plans to forgive student loan debt for millions of Americans. It's the latest salvo in the ongoing legal bickering between conservative groups trying to derail the debt relief plan and the administration's hope of erasing millions of borrowers' debt. In keeping, let me say debt because Ben don't like when I pronounce the B. That's my hatiness. In keeping with a campaign promise before the year's end, the federal government said the states have failed to prove they would be injured by the administration's debt relief initiative. It also said any limitation the court handed down should be restricted to the states bringing the challenge, where about 2.8 million people are eligible for debt forgiveness. The 6 conservative states are, because we're going to shout you out.
Shout them out. Call them out.
The states that's causing the issues trying to do the blocking: Arkansas, Iowa, Kansas, Missouri, Nebraska, and South Carolina have argued the president acted beyond his authority and alleged they could be hurt financially by the mass forgiveness of student loan debt.
How, Sway? How?
We'll take a look. Let's listen to what Biden had to say. Wow, it says there's a clip for that in the it says there's a clip for that.
Yeah. It says right there, clip one, but moving on.
So I guess we're not going to go to that. Definitely apologize about that, you guys. So Biden plans to fight it. That is the goal. The Republicans are definitely working 6 jobs to hold us back. And I think that, you know, this goes to show that they, like I said, they like to tussle. What Republicans do in these states, I wouldn't even have thought would have been a part, like North Carolina and all of them. They fight so hard to not let us have our loans forgiven. Yet during the pandemic, they allowed so many of the same Republicans that are fighting us back, so many that are seated representatives, they were able to get millions of dollars in PPP loans. They were able to get those forgiven. Random people, you know, got PPP loans, who they've tried to make a law, and not they, but Biden had wanted to make a law to get those people put in jail or whatever. The Republicans were pretty quiet on that because they're part of that number. Here, we're just trying to help all of us,
right,
amen, with getting some kind of loan forgiveness. While it's not really, you know, what we thought it would be, it's something, right? And here the Republicans go, definitely making a scene for no reason, because they want to still feel like they're in power. Much of these Republicans have the means to pay. We heard, what's her name? I think it's Ingram, Lisa Ingram. What's her name? I haven't heard of him in a minute.
I think it is.
Yeah, we've heard Ingram speak and state that her parents paid off her loans and worked a job at a factory or whatever the case may be. Something like that. And I apologize, guys. I'm just reading to make sure we didn't actually have a video. But you know, just to know that there are a lot of Republicans who you know, want to fight this, but they were raised with parents who were able to pay off their debt, their student loan debt. We had to take it out and then put our parents in more debt. Top of what they had just to make it through a 4-year college. Some people through a 2-year college. Some people through tech schools, little programs that they had to get loans for, you know, Pell Grants for. Some people who didn't get the first generation loan. Some people who couldn't get, the first generation grant. Some people who could not receive grants. We had to go into competition, guys, to go and get payments for school. We had to join sports that we really didn't care about to go get payments for school. We had to do the most. We had to shuck and jive to go and get payments for school. All of these white people, these white conservatives who grew up with opportunities and chances where their parents or their mother had been able to save. Most of our parents were not able to save. They were living paycheck to paycheck to feed multiple children in a household and make sure the household was still running. They were taking care of so many other people's children being taken away from their homes just to make sure that their kids were given an education. Could not pay for their kids' education, but the kid had to sign up for so many loans. This is my story. You know, all the way up through my master's degree, I had to sign up for so many loans. That's why I am over such and such amount when it comes to the loan. So just $10,000, yeah, it might scrape the surface, but I want to see it happen because I want to know that at least something can happen when it comes to our debt, because we decided to go to school. We decided to make a difference. We decided to say, I need an education.
I would rather prefer that it be the full student loan debt like Al said it was going to be, but I guess we'll settle for the 10,000. And in these states, that's excuse me, these 6 states, if it's not the majority, I don't know why y'all have any input at all. Arkansas, Iowa, Kansas, who stay there? What school y'all? I'm sure y'all got some schools there, but ain't nothing gonna hurt y'all. y'all, it's some major schools in some of these states. Ain't nothing gonna hurt y'all. Y'all are not hurting at all.
Yeah. So, in addition to that, a federal judge in Missouri had dismissed the state's case over lack of standing, but the group then turned to the United States Courts of Appeals for the Eighth Circuit. The court granted them a stay, and it's unclear how long it will last. The White House filed a response to that stay on Monday. And since President Joe Biden announced his plan, conservatives have criticized it again for being an expensive outreach of the executive branch and threatened legal action, which we have seen, 22 million of you applied in 1 week, Biden said on Monday at a Democrat National Committee event. I know I was part of that 22 million, child.
Me too.
The Republicans' response was to sue the federal government and block that relief. In its response, the administration said that the states had failed to prove they would be affected. How many times we got to say that? If y'all can't show the evidence to show that y'all would be affected financially. But they had failed to prove that the states would be affected by the federal government canceling student loan debt. And point previously made by the district judge. So we're looking at this most of all, just to wrap it up, Republicans are upset because Biden. Because
that's it.
I can guarantee you, and that's what bothers me a lot about politics these days. I mean, politics has always been pretty whack.
Yeah.
When it comes to who can come in, the big boys club, all of this good stuff. But I think that with Joe Biden and the Republicans, or the Democrats and the Republicans, that's all we're seeing. It's because it's Joe Biden. The true thing is, if it came from the right, if the right agreed, if it came from Trump's mouth, if it came from anybody there, those dummies would really follow it, because they really go for just it's literally like Bloods and Crips, right? Like kind of like a gang. If my gang ain't repping the set, I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't want anything to do with it. So I just feel like, I don't know. I wish that we had it where it was. Remember 2 years ago when Joe Biden first came out, the conversation was bipartisanship, diversity and inclusion, bipartisanship, all of that, right? Ain't seen the sense. Republicans swore up and down they were part of that plan.
Right.
Ain't seen the sense.
Rebecca,
gotta plug in.
We struggling with light because my light keep doing this thing and it's annoying the crap out of me. Where it's like going in and out. That's why I'm like, okay, no, that's not there. No, okay, cool, yeah. It's the shit show today.
It's getting crazy today. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on from Republicans to a friend of the Republicans.
Okay? So I don't know what he a friend of, child. He just
Ye, formerly known as Kanye West. Remember when Kanye said last week that Adidas can't drop him because of his anti-Semitic tweets and comments? I woke up today and he has since been let go by Adidas.
Dropped like a bad habit.
At least 5 organizations
going down the street to get some crack.
Child, at least 5 organizations have in recent days distanced themselves from the rapper. The artist formerly known as Kanye West, after making multiple anti-Semitic comments. Over the weekend, an anti-Semitic hate group hung a banner reading, "Kanye is right about the Jews," from an overpass above a busy Los Angeles highway, according to Stop Anti-Semitism, a nonpartisan organization that monitors instances of anti-Semitism. Ye was restricted from Twitter and Instagram earlier this month after posting anti-Semitic messages, including saying he was, quote, going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people.
What?
End quote. Ye was restricted, from the social media platforms. In the fallout of his comments, he said he will buy Parler, a Twitter-like social media app that has become a haven for conservatives. In a statement at the time, he said he's buying the platform to ensure people with conservative opinions have the right to freely express ourselves online. Yeah, he has been dropped by Balenciaga.
Balenciaga.
Pause on Balenciaga before I get to the rest. Kanye West has been dropped by Balenciaga because of the anti-Semitism.
Yep.
Don't bother me about this, guys, what I'm about to say. Kanye West also, after the anti-Semitism comments, people who support what he says, who are against Jewish people, who are racist, who are disrespectful, they went out there to the Los Angeles Bridge or overpass and threw that sign down. And that's when people said too much was enough. Balenciaga allowed Kanye West to say White Lives Matter in their own show. In their own show.
Mm-hmm.
And that wasn't too much. Not comparing and contrasting. I'm just saying, if we're gonna call a thing, let's call a thing all around. Black folks will always stand and say, "Hey, my boy, you can't talk about them Jews that way." We don't do that. We don't do that. The world shook. Things changed after the anti-Semitism. When that man walked down the runway, we got so much pushback from the right, the left, the blacks, the whites, in betweens, some people who call themselves olives. We got so much pushback from everyone saying it's just art. As soon as he said something about anti-Semitism, I'm talking platforms in the Republican world, platforms in the Democratic world, platforms in the quiet spaces, platforms in the loud spaces, began to condemn Kanye West, and we saw the ripple effect of him being dropped. But I want to also put in your plate, when White Lives Matter was a thing, Balenciaga stood right beside him.
Yep.
Endorsed it, moved it forward. And people went outside and said, and because of Kanye's comments, people went outside and were challenging people. We already had that challenge every day, but they were challenging people and said, Kanye said it. Da-da-da-da. So this is what we were saying the other week. It becomes very dangerous, the rhetoric. It becomes very dangerous, the narrative. It becomes very dangerous for all of the people involved, for Jewish people, for Black people. But we want the same energy all around.
Mm-hmm.
We want the same energy all around. We deserve the same energy all around. Everybody, none of us deserve to be treated the way that we are being treated, to be disrespected in that way. The Jews, the Black people, the Asians, nobody. But for some reason, when it comes to the Black people, it's almost like you're strong enough to take it. We're going to support Kanye on this. He was invited to these different platforms, remember, to go speak his piece about White Lives Matter. And then when it came to anti-Semitism, he was up there on Piers Morgan apologizing. Remember? We have yet to receive an apology from a man who comes from all skin folk ain't kinfolk. So,
amen.
Ye has been dropped by Balenciaga. MRC, a film company who created a documentary for Ye, Vogue, CAA, and now Adidas announced on Tuesday morning that it had ended its partnership with Ye effective immediately, saying in a statement that Ye's recent comments and actions have been unacceptable, hateful, and dangerous. It's always been unacceptable, hateful, and dangerous. From the time he was on TMZ and made his comments.
Also, who dropped him as well too, the lawyer that was handling not only his divorce but all of the business partnerships that he had has dropped his ass too.
Yep. He is losing ground, but it's not enough, because you know who's going to stick beside him? Not the Republican Jews, but you know who's going to stick beside him? The ones that keep giving him a platform to speak on.
Yeah, and unbelievably, Trump is like, that man needs to get some help. So,
but Trump is doing this because he knows he got people in New York, rich business partners who represent the Jewish community. He knows that he wants to make another run. But if we're looking at the similar paths being chosen here, Kanye West thinks that he's being innovative in what he's doing. Donald Trump did exactly the same thing. Donald Trump got banned from these platforms, and what did he do? Create his own platform. Donald Trump couldn't speak on some in some capacities. He didn't have a voice in some spaces, and Fox News allowed him to have a space to speak. Okay, Donald Trump was clearly putting out hateful rhetoric, allowing Nazi groups, Nazi sympathizers, allowing so many white supremacist group lead a pack straight down to the Capitol. Kanye West is forming his hate group amongst his own, amongst Black people online who are saying everything that Kanye West, we're not really saying, we aren't really listening because they're choosing him because they love him. There is no, I'm sorry, there's no real, there's nothing really special about what Kanye West is saying. It's very hurtful. He can sit behind his security on his multiple lands and say these things while the people that he's talking about are in the streets living in predominantly white areas, going to predominantly white schools, working at predominantly white corporations, and having to deal with white folks disrespect them and say, well, Kanye said it. He's a good coon. I can't ride with that. I can't rock with it. Love him, meaning I hope he gets help, but I can't make excuses for somebody who is constantly hurting us and trying to move the needle back when we're trying to make sure that we have a safe space somewhere, even if it's just my own little corner in my own little chair where we trying to be whatever we want to be. Shout out to Cinderella, the Black one. And here go Kanye West trying to make it impossible. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm tired. There is no excuse for anything that he's doing. The man is clearly mentally challenged right now. There are a lot of things that are going on mentally, but I can tell you for sure he knows exactly what he's doing. Just like when he wakes up in the morning to brush his teeth, if he does that, to take a shower, to call his kids, to make sure that they're okay and he will not hurt them. He knows what he's saying and he knows what he's doing and he knows it's hurtful. I don't know if this time around I can. It's not that I can't forgive him. I really hope that he gets help. That's my honest truth. I really hope that he gets the help that he needs. But this time around, we gotta let him go.
I really think he's just saying how he really truly feels.
Amen.
And everybody's seeing that. He's speaking what he feels, and that's like very problematic.
Yeah, very problematic.
Very problematic.
It's all up in there. It's all up in there. Praise God. Don't mind us. I'm sorry for the listening audience. We are just clearing our throats. I apologize. It's that season. Listen, guys. Speaking of other Republicans who are in support of Kanye West, I want you guys to take a look at, well, not yet. I want you guys to take a look at this video, but it's always going to be the Black woman in the room who has to, no matter who you are, we going to ask for respect at our job. So audience members interrupted Senator Ted Cruz, Republican from Texas, y'all know him, during an interview on Monday's episode of The View, demanding he address climate change, right? I'm laughing because when you guys see this, you know what I'm talking about. You'll see why I'm laughing. The protesters repeatedly yelled, "Vote for climate now," while Cruz spoke about inflation and the United States. As the shouting continued, co-host Whoopi Goldberg urged the protesters to quiet down. Quiet down like a mama, saying during the live broadcast, "Let us do our jobs. We hear what you have to say, but you've got to go." I can only say it, but take a listen to how Whoopi definitely handled the situation.
to solve some of these things?
Well, you know, it's very simple. If you look at inflation, the Nobel laureate economist, Milton Friedman, explained in the United States inflation has one cause and one cause only. Inflation in the United States has one cause and one cause only, and that is when the federal government spends too much money.
Okay.
We have seen trillions and trillions of dollars spent by Joe Biden and the Democrats. Just last year, the federal government took in $4 trillion in tax revenue. It's the most money in history we've ever taken in. The problem is we spent nearly $7 trillion, and that's what
we do cover climate here, guys. We do cover climate.
Ladies, excuse us. Let us do our job. Let us do our job. We hear what you have to say, but you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta let us do our job.
They weren't even protesting you.
You gotta let us do our job.
I couldn't even hear what they were protesting.
Well, I take back what I said about the Yankees.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I'm all for protesting, and I don't even like when PETA. When I was younger, I used to be like, wow, PETA is really, their courage, they're taking a stance, they're taking a chance. But it got crazy because somebody is literally doing a press conference about saving children, you know, and giving back to the community, and you want to decide to throw blood on what you thought was actual fur, and it turned out to be faux fur. Okay, this is what it gives me. I get we want to talk about climate, but you bought a ticket to go sit at the View, or you won tickets, or you went to get stood in line all day to go sit at the View just to say for about 5 to 10 seconds about climate change. I understand. What I probably would have said or been frustrated with was, Whoopi, why y'all giving Ted a platform? Even though like stuff like that. But Ted needs to be platformed. Why? Because this is a political show. And if Whoopi wants to get his behind together, she can only do it in person. Why do it online from tweets? Why do it, you know, from the comments section all day? She can really sit with him and get him together, right? That's what I want to see. A challenge, maybe a conversation. It's better that way, right?
Yeah.
So I say that to say, y'all have some manners. Do not go to people's jobs and disrespect them. I don't care who you are. Do not go to people's jobs with the sole intent to disrespect them. I am so tired of seeing these viral moments for no apparent reason. Vote for climate now, or talk about climate, whatever they were saying. Here's the thing. If you do watch The View consistently, you know that they've mentioned climate. They've talked to prospective candidates for representatives about climate change, where they stand on climate change. That has been a conversation in the history of The View. Yet people pulled out numbers saying, oh, it was only about 13 times out of 26 or whatever that they've talked to. Like, it was something like that they were doing. They've had the conversations. There are different ways that you guys can get them. Maybe after the show, right? Maybe in between commercials. Literally going to somebody's jobs to make sure that you guys have a viral moment, to say that you guys did something so important, which was just yell in the middle of a set to say talk about climate now. They're still gonna get a check. You guys got kicked out.
Yeah. And it's really one of those things where Whoopi would have got his ass. I've seen Whoopi on the show get a lot of people together that have come on there, and she does it very professionally. You know, she lets them finish what they're saying, and then she eats their ass up. And then when she doesn't play that stuff with certain ones, she will call them out on it. So I really think that going on the show and doing all of that, while I understand where they're coming from, and I feel it that it's good energy and everything, I think it was a different way to do it. Just let Whoopi, let them eat it up.
And speaking of Whoopi handling business with Ted Cruz, the show continued. Let's take a look at how Whoopi got Ted Cruz together with his statements about Joe Biden and Stacey Abrams.
The election was fair and square and legitimate. You know who y'all don't do that to? You don't do it to Hillary Clinton, who stood up and said Trump stole the election.
They didn't storm the Capitol. They didn't try to kill my former
Abrams, who said that the election was stolen. They sat here and said it was illegitimate, and you guys were fine with it. Okay, so it's illegitimate when Republicans win, but not when Democrats.
No, here's the thing. We may not like when Republicans win, but we don't go and we don't storm. We don't try to change, but we'll go to court.
Did I miss an entire year of Antifa riots where cities across this country were burning and police cars were being firebombed?
I guess you did.
Your position is the left doesn't engage in violence, really?
No, they wanted to nuke our friend Mike Pence. Like, how do we make sense of that?
You just accused us of doing something we didn't do. You said Hillary Clinton didn't say whatever she didn't say. I'm saying to you, listen.
And she said it's sitting here, and you were fine with her saying it was illegitimate for Republicans to win.
She called Donald Trump the next morning, and she conceded the election, Ted.
Okay,
took the call. As did Stacey Abrams.
All right.
She sat there while Donald Trump was getting
Clinton
sworn
says
in.
Trump is an illegitimate president. Hillary Clinton says the election is stolen from you. Hillary Clinton in 2002, George W. Bush was elected, not elected. Joe Biden, Al Gore was elected president. So Joe Biden claims George W. Bush was illegitimate.
Right?
Okay. Exactly.
That goes right there, shows that he doesn't have any respect, because when Whoopi's trying to talk, she's trying to overtalk her all the damn time anyway. He's a piece of shit.
Yes, he's trash. And so here we are with an exact example of how they got him on the platform, and they literally are working towards, like, the conversation I was saying, like, hey, we're gonna let you talk, but I'm gonna make sure that I handle business. I'm gonna let you know we're gonna have a chat. We're gonna challenge. We're gonna debate. I'm gonna clear you on where I stand. I'm gonna tell you why I did bring on while the audience members is asking why I brought on Ted, and Ted's over here questioning me why I brought on Hillary and Stacey Abrams. It's a conversation, right? It's a conversation. Like, Ted's not going to be on here saying, pointing fingers, saying, well, you guys brought Stacey Abrams and Hillary Clinton on here to discuss, how the elections were illegitimate. We had proof. We can lay the law down. This is what they said on our platform, okay? Because they were, right? They were. But Hillary still called. I don't even care for Hillary, but Hillary still called and conceded, right? Called Trump and was like, listen, bye, you won, whatever. Let it go. Stacey Abrams fought for her to show that there was, of course, we already know there was voter suppression. We already know what led to that. However, she moved on and continued the work, did not stop her from doing the work in Georgia, right? So, especially a platform full of women, they always going to give other women opportunity to speak up, Republican or not. So Ted can't come on there trying to pull out receipts like he got the book from Real Housewives of Potomac. You know what I'm saying? You are not that. That is not the book of lies. Okay? Anywho.
And Peter Griffin, real quick. No, that's not true. He said, is it true Warnock is running commercials of Ted Cruz and him working together in Georgia? Hell effing no. It's another Republican that's here in Georgia that they're working on with something with railroads.
I seen it. I think
it's not Ted Cruz.
But
yeah,
it was
definitely not Ted Cruz. Hell no.
So we're at the end of the show. We want to make sure we get Josh out of here real quick. I went and voted this past weekend. It was early voting, no lines. I was out in Cobb County and there were no lines. The process was ridiculously smooth. And I went there looking really bummy. Nobody was able to see me. And not that I'm a celebrity or anything. I just really woke up to go vote. Literally just woke up, brushed my teeth, and went to go vote. I was looking, it was so cold that day, but I definitely went out to go vote. I hope that you guys do the same. If you want change, I know sometimes it looks real bleak, baby.
Yeah.
But we did it in 2020. We did it in 2020.
And shout out to everybody that has voted, because right now we have the highest turnout of early voting since 2018. So shout out to everybody that's voted, man. Get out there and still vote. It's still time.
I want to make sure our people definitely go and vote. Our people, Black people, I am talking to you. This is your opportunity. This is your chance. Yes. Make it a party. Do a little theme party with your friends, how they do it on TikTok. how they got the friend like, listen, girl, we're going to go vote and then we're going to take it back to the house for a voting party. Play all the songs that you can, whatever you want to do. Got the girls dressed up, you know what I'm saying? And little cute little numbers. It's Halloween. Do it big, do it cute. This is the time. Go and do what you need to do. I love you guys. Make sure you go and vote. I wouldn't be so pressed on going in to vote like I am if I didn't believe it would make a change. It doesn't matter. We had people back in the day who literally got their behinds whooped, bled, cried, was sexually abused because they wanted to go make a change.
Mm-hmm.
Talking Fannie Lou Hamer. I always mention her because just knowing what she went through for us and our rights to vote. Shirley Chisholm, who had the audacity to do what she needed to do by bringing a table to the table, child. She said, if they don't want to give you a seat at the table, bring a folding chair, baby. Okay? That's what we're doing these days. We're going to make sure we may not win, but because of Shirley Chisholm, people had the audacity to give Kamala Harris, who we haven't seen since, but to give Kamala Harris an opportunity to do what she did, to give Barack Obama an opportunity to do what he did. Fannie Lou Hamer, for all of us to vote. Let's not put their names in vain. Okay. All right. I love you guys so much. I mean it. Bubba, I know there's an after party on the patron party. Not tonight.
I'm about to say.
There's an after party, a Halloween party. I'm going to come a little dressed. I won't be a kitten. I'm going to try to get y'all something to work with. I love you guys so much. I'll see you tomorrow.
We appreciate y'all so much. Y'all make sure, if you have not already, patreon.com/likeitordnot, patreon.com/likeitordnot. And if you're in a given mood this morning already, Becca's Voice at Cash App and DJ X3C. Becca's Voice on Cash App and DJ X3C. Love y'all, mean it, man. Your affirmation for today is, I commit myself to my own personal growth. I commit myself to my own personal growth. Love y'all, mean it. We will see y'all tomorrow. Deuces.